Hey, what's up? Fred Whitacre, Kitchen Knife Conspiracy, White Cadillac. I'm a drummer, and I thought maybe you were thinking about being a drummer, so I wanted to give you some tips. As a musician, I feel like I might be able to give you some pointers, a little bit of help, if you're trying to make that decision on whether or not you really want to become a drummer. So, all things aside, I think these few tips will save you hours and hours over the course of your lifetime. The main tip is, don't be a drummer. Just don't be a drummer, because really there aren't a lot of positives to being a drummer. In fact, I can really just think of negatives. Yeah, negatives. Okay, there's three main negatives. Number 3 on my top 3 reasons not to be a drummer. Number 3, it's like an endless money pit. Yes, I know guitar players have to buy strings and singers have to buy a new mic every once in a while, or pants to look cool. That's great. But really, when you're a drummer, you got to buy cymbals, you got to buy drum heads, you got to buy sticks, you got to buy all the latest stuff so you can be up with it. You got to buy a cowbell because you just need a cowbell. You need to buy that stuff all the time. And the heads, they break, the drumsticks break, the cymbals break. I mean, you're talking thousands and thousands of dollars over the next several years, and you're probably not going to make any of that back. So that's the third reason not to be a drummer. The second reason not to be a drummer is the reason you join a rock band, if you're like most people, is because you're going to get chicks. Well, guess what? Drummers don't get chicks. You're not going to get a chick. I mean, you might get the chick that no one else in the band wants, and that's fine. But you're not going to find chicks being a drummer. They're not going to get with you because you're the drummer. I mean, think about this. Some of the greatest rock bands, Stone Temple Pilots is a great example. You've got Scott Weiland, a great vocalist, lead singer, the face of the band. You got the DeLeo brothers, Robert and Dean, great players in their own right. They make that band. Then you got the other guy with the long hair and the creepy mustache. That guy. You think he's landing the chicks? No, he's pumping gas for the bus while the other 3 are on the bus with the chicks. That's what happens. So if you're thinking about getting a chick, you're going to be a drummer and get chicks, that's not going to work either. And the number 1 most important reason not to be a drummer is because the setup, the takedown. It takes forever. I mean, it's not just like, here's the guitar player. All right, here we go. Here's the singer. All right, check. That's what they do. The drummer, you spend a half hour at least setting up what is the equivalent of a small bedroom to perform. I mean, that's what you're doing. You're setting up a lot of stuff, and then when you're done, you're taking it all down. You think you're going to get roadies to help you? You're not going to have roadies. Are you Lars Ulrich? You're not going to have any roadies. Are you Igor Cavalera? I don't know if he has roadies half the time. You're not getting any roadies, okay? You're doing it yourself. So if you're going to be a drummer, which I'm hoping by now you're thinking you're not going to be, I've been doing it for 20 years, and let me tell you, I always wonder, why did I become a drummer? I think it's because I maybe had misconceptions about what it was. Maybe I just wanted to hit stuff. So let me show you what goes into setting up every time you want to perform, okay? This might help convince you to not be a drummer. Watch this. Well, looks like about it, right? I mean, got the toms here and the snare, bass is all set up. And oh wait, cymbals. Cymbals, yeah, those are fun. Now don't forget, you're not going to get any chicks if you're a dude. And if you're a chick that's playing drums, you'll probably get dudes because you're a chick. But you probably won't get them because you're a drummer. And if you're a dude looking for dudes, you're not going to get any dudes playing drums. None of that's going to happen. You're just going to set crap up all the time. Let me get back to this. At some point right around now, you're going to start really getting tired of setting up drums because, it's been 15 minutes. So you could do something like, play with a disco ball. Something to kind of just keep your mind off the insanity that's going on here. Back to the hi-hat. And that's it. After 15, 20, 25 minutes of time where you could have been, finding a chick, or maybe writing a chapter to a book, or making yourself some food, or perhaps finding the cure for cancer, you've set your drums up once again, knowing that as soon as practice is over, you're just going to take them right back down and do the whole thing all over again. That's fun, isn't it? There is one positive to playing drums, though, I suppose. You can play Tone Loc's hit song Wild Thing from the late 80s, like this. No, that's not even that great, actually. To be truthful with you, there's really nothing good about it. So if you're thinking about being a drummer, my tip for you, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
Wow.